Welcome to the Liberty and Democracy Podcast. Are you a passionate believer in liberty and democracy? Are you concerned about the growing infiltration of Marxist and socialist ideology in our politics, media, and culture? This podcast was created by a citizen of the United States who was born and raised in Romania, a socialist country in Eastern Europe during the 1970s and 1980s. As more and more members of our youth pivot towards Marxism, socialism, and communism in the United States of America and beyond, now, more than ever, it is important to focus on liberty and democracy instead of the alluring Marxist and socialist trends which, as history repeatedly has shown, lead to repressive authoritarian regimes. Marxism does not lead to utopia either in the United States of America or anywhere else in the world. Let us question governments, policies, and manufactured social progressivism. Let us go back to the times when it was okay for us to agree to disagree.
We're now about to listen to Maestro Cercia's ebook titled, It's Not Their Money, A Case Against Big Government. Chapter 4, The Need for Change. Transparency and Accountability. Segment description, discussing the importance of transparency and accountability in government actions. In a functioning democracy, transparency and accountability are not mere buzzwords but essential pillars upon which the government stands. Transparency refers to the openness and accessibility of government actions, ensuring that they are conducted with honesty and integrity. Accountability, on the other hand, holds government officials responsible for their decisions and actions, preventing the abuse of power and ensuring that the interests of the citizens remain at the forefront. For any democracy to flourish, trust between the government and its citizens is crucial. Transparency and accountability play a pivotal role in building and maintaining this trust. When government actions are transparent, citizens can clearly see how decisions are made, which helps them to understand the logic behind those decisions. This understanding fosters trust and confidence in the government's ability to represent its citizens effectively. Without transparency, the government risks breeding suspicion, skepticism, and ultimately, disillusionment among its citizens. Transparency also acts as a safeguard against corruption and abuse of power. When government actions are conducted in the open, it becomes harder for officials to manipulate the system for personal gain. Citizens can scrutinize and question the decisions made, ensuring that any unjust enrichment or unethical conduct is exposed and rectified. In the absence of transparency, corruption can thrive, draining public resources and compromising the very essence of democracy. Accountability complements transparency by holding government officials responsible for their actions. It acts as a deterrent, preventing officials from acting in their own self-interest rather than in the interest of the public they have been elected to serve. When officials know that their decisions will be scrutinized, they are more likely to consider the consequences of their actions and make decisions that prioritize the needs and well-being of the citizens. Moreover, accountability ensures that government actions align with the values and aspirations of the citizens. It provides a mechanism through which citizens can voice their concerns, hold public officials accountable, and have an active role in shaping policy decisions. By incorporating the input of the citizens, accountability strengthens the foundation of democratic governance. Transparency and accountability are indispensable in all branches of government. In the legislative branch, transparency ensures that the lawmaking process is transparent and fair. By making legislative processes open to public input, citizens can contribute to shaping laws that align with the interests and values of the people. Accountability in the legislative branch prevents the passing of biased or unfair laws and helps maintain the integrity of the legislative process, ensuring that lawmakers remain answerable to the people. In the executive branch, transparency allows citizens to understand and evaluate government decisions. When government actions are conducted in secret, citizens are left in the dark, unable to comprehend the logic behind certain decisions. Transparency bridges this gap, empowering citizens with the knowledge to hold officials accountable for their actions. Accountability in the executive branch prevents abuse of power and ensures that those entrusted with authority act in the best interest of the people. The judicial branch, too, relies on transparency and accountability to maintain the rule of law. Transparency in judicial proceedings guarantees fair trials and equal justice, as it allows the public to witness the application of the law. This openness ensures that decisions are reached impartially, based on merit and evidence, rather than under the influence of corruption or external pressures. Accountability in the judicial branch prevents corruption, ensuring that judges and other court officials remain impartial and committed to the principles of justice. Promoting transparency and accountability in government is not a one-time effort, but an ongoing responsibility. One strategy for promoting these values is citizen engagement. Citizens must actively demand transparency and hold public officials accountable for their actions. Through petitions, protests, and constant vigilance, citizens can remind the government of its responsibilities and ensure that transparency and accountability remain central to its functioning. Whistleblower protections also play a crucial role in uncovering government misconduct. Whistleblowers often risk their personal and professional lives to expose corruption and abuse of power. Protecting their rights and providing avenues for reporting misconduct is essential to maintaining a transparent and accountable government. Despite the undeniable importance of transparency and accountability, there are challenges to implementing these principles in government actions. Special interest groups and lobbying can hinder transparency and accountability by exerting undue influence on decision-making processes. Overcoming these challenges requires a united effort from citizens and elected officials. Reforms that limit the power of special interest groups and ensure that lobbying activities are transparent and accountable are essential for strengthening these principles in government. Looking beyond the borders of the United States, we can draw inspiration from other countries that have made transparency and accountability a priority. By examining successful examples, we can learn valuable lessons on how to strengthen these principles in our own government. These countries have experienced the numerous benefits of transparency and accountability, including improved governance, reduced corruption, and increased public trust. Advancements in technology also offer new possibilities for enhancing transparency and accountability. Digital platforms can provide easy access to government information, making it readily available to the citizens. Blockchain technology can ensure tamper-proof records and transactions, creating a more transparent and accountable government. Embracing these technological advancements can help overcome some of the challenges and further strengthen transparency and accountability in government actions. As we forge ahead into the future, it is imperative that we remain committed to transparency and accountability. Democracy is not a fixed destination but an ongoing journey. It requires continuous improvement and adaptation to meet the ever-evolving needs and expectations of its citizens. Transparency and accountability serve as the compass that guides this journey, ensuring that our democracy remains healthy and strong. Let us cherish these principles, for they are not their money, but ours, the people's.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of the Liberty and Democracy Podcast. We hope you found today's content interesting, intriguing, and useful. You're invited to join us again, as our episodes appear every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In the meanwhile, Don't forget to stop by our website at www.libertarian.center or our Liberty and Democracy YouTube channel at bit.ly/democracy videos.